So my name's Aarna. I'm a junior in high school, and I moved to the United States about 2 years ago from India. And it was just recently, this summer, the summer of 2019, that I realized that I had anxiety and depression. For a long time, I had these feelings, of course, of anxiety and depression, but from the culture that I come from, there isn't much conversation about mental health, and so I didn't know what I was dealing with. For a long time, I invalidated my feelings, saying that, it's just me who's worrying too much, it's not valid, and I kept telling myself to just bottle up those emotions. And it was quite hard for me moving here and, trying to ignore my emotional struggles, and I always had this need to put up like a perfect image of myself, like to tell people that I'm happy, I'm getting through life, when really I was really going through a lot, and I was really quite sad most of the times. And now I have realized that this is something that is truly affecting me, and it's something that I need to give attention to. For a long time, I didn't tell anyone that I was dealing with these issues, that I was having these feelings, these excessive, worrisome thoughts. It was actually just a conversation that I had with my friend where he shared his mental health struggles with me, which encouraged me to open up, and that really helped me realize what I was going through and kind of accept it. And that's what inspired me to share my story, because when my friend shared his story with me, it told me that I wasn't alone, that my feelings were valid, and that it was okay to be feeling what I was feeling. And that was what has inspired me to get out there and talk to people and tell them that, you're not alone. There's so many people going through so many different things, and it's okay. And sharing my story has allowed me to really reflect on how far I've come, and it has allowed me to see that, healing isn't always linear, but I have come a long way, and it helps me connect with others who are in places where I've been once, bottling up their emotions or invalidating their feelings, and just reaching out to them and telling them that it's okay, I was there once, and it takes time, but you will you will start healing, and it will be okay. Something that's really helped me in my journey is just the people I've surrounded myself with. I volunteer a lot when it comes to social justice. I volunteered at Youthline, which is a suicide crisis line in Oregon, and just being around those people who are so, I guess, experienced when it comes to mental health. All my supervisors at Youthline, all my fellow volunteers, they were all so caring. And just going through that training and meeting those people, hearing their stories and seeing how they cared for me and how they kept checking in on me really helped me. Just surrounding myself with the right kind of people, having trusted adults in my life who I could talk to when I needed something has really helped me in my journey. And when it comes to self-care, something that's also helped me is really expressing my emotions, whether it's been through writing. I write a lot of poetry or just art. Being a junior can be really hard because you have a lot of classes to take, but I decided this year that I wanted to take a lower load, and I've taken more art classes so I can really, relax and have that self-care aspect in my education. And so that has really helped me. I think when someone is struggling with mental health, it's important to remember that you're not alone and your feelings are valid. For a long time, I kept telling myself that my feelings weren't valid, and that makes it harder when you're not accepting your own feelings to get help, to realize that there's something that you need to notice. And I think just realizing that it's okay if you're going through something. It doesn't make you weak. Your vulnerability is your strength, and it's okay if it takes time for you to admit it. Just take things at your own pace, and it's going to be fine. And you're not alone. There's so many of us who have struggled but have gone through it. And even now, while I'm sitting here, I still have things I worry about. I still have anxiety attacks, and I still get anxious. But I know that there's people who care about me. I know that I have a support system. I know that, there's stuff that keeps me happy. I know I have healthy coping mechanisms. So just remembering and trying to think about what keeps you happy. What are some coping mechanisms that work for you? For me, it was art, writing, expressing myself, but there's so many different things that can be healthy coping mechanisms, like exercising or listening to music, meditating. All of those can be such great resources. So if you're someone who's struggling, I encourage you to, take some time off. Be light on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself just because you're struggling. Take some time for yourself. Do what you enjoy doing. Reach out to someone if you feel comfortable. It can be a trusted friend, a counselor if you're at school, or just a trusted adult. Just reach out to someone because your feelings are valid. You deserve the best and you deserve to be helped.